much weight did you lose?
Almost 100 something, yeah.
Wow. And Ozempic, do you use any Ozempic?
No. Absolutely not. No. If you're running a marathon Sunday, you need to start eating your protein today, because they say protein burns slow and carb burn really fast.
Right. Yes.
Because carb will turn into sugar and then you're going to crash.
When did you realize you weren't the same man anymore?
I realized I stopped listening to some of my relatives, some of my aunties and uncle. Oh, you are so Americanized now. You know, if we tell you something, you do the opposite thing. I say, you know, it's life.
Yeah, and I am Americanized. In a world where comfort is easy and discipline is rare, some people decide to rewrite their story. Kassoum is one of those people. He didn't start off as an athlete. He started overweight, frustrated, and trapped in habits that were slowly stealing his potential. But instead of accepting that identity, he walked straight into the hard work of becoming someone new. He changed how he ate, how he trained, how he thought. And mile by mile, he rebuilt his entire life. Today, Kassoum has run the great cities of the world: Boston, Chicago, New York, Berlin. Not as a spectator, but as a competitor. This episode isn't about marathons. It's about transformation, about the power of discipline, and the belief that no one is too far gone to rebuild themselves. Welcome to the Alpha Renaissance with Kassoum Doumbia. Kassoum, how are you?
I'm okay. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
I know. We tried to do this for a minute now.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. How are you feeling today?
I'm okay.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
Did you run into this place or?
I wish, but right now it is really hot in Chicago, so all my runs are super, super early in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's I live in Texas these days, so it's hot in Austin. But I was actually surprised at how hot it was when I got here, how hot it is right now. It's about, 90, 100 degrees?
Yeah, I mean, okay. You have to understand, in Chicago, we are wintertime, we are fall, we are spring, so we go through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys in Texas where it is like 80 plus almost every year.
It's hot.
Every day.
It's hot all the time. And even in the wintertime in Texas, people are wearing, if it drops to 60, people are wearing furs. I'm not kidding you. And Uggs. And when 60, we're like, oh, time to run. Let's go.
Yeah, take it
let's
off.
go outside. Let's barbecue. It feels good.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, I know that you are an experienced endurance athlete. You run marathons.
I do, yes.
Right. I wanted to know, when did you realize something had to change in your life? Did you always run marathons? Were you always an athlete?
First of all, I'm not from here, so I moved to Chicago in 2012. And back home, we used to play soccer with my dad, and we used to go swimming, play tennis, all that. So I got here, and this is actually the first time I'm saying this, but at the beginning I was kind of depressed. So
coming to America,
yes,
you were depressed.
Being here, I was kind of depressed, in my own and stuff like that. So rice was my comfort. So,
rice,
yes,
okay,
nothing else.
Yeah.
Rice with no sauce, nothing. I would just cook rice and then eat it.
Why rice?
It was just a comfort food.
Reminding you of home? Or?
Yeah, kind of remind me of home, because back home we eat rice with almost everything. So yeah. And I started gaining weight. And then later, I was looking for a job. I applied with the Chicago Police Department.
Okay. Wow.
And then, now don't laugh. I gained weight, almost like 240 pounds. And then, with the police department, part of the process is to do a physical test.
Right.
So you have to run 1.5 mile. At that time, I was 30? No, I take that back. I was like 20 something anyway. So I had to run 1.5 in 12 minutes, and I couldn't do it. and I came to do bench press. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, because you have to do a power test. You have to
Yes.
do like speed or
Yes, the power
endurance
test,
test.
1.5 mile, bench press 98% of your body weight, and then sit and reach, do sit up. I couldn't do none of that. So I was extremely embarrassed. And to me, I thought I was, in a good shape.
Yeah. So did you did you take the test?
I did, and I failed it.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Whenever I tell people I couldn't run 1.5 mile, they'll say, "Oh, you kidding me? You qualify for Boston?" I said, "Yeah, that's right now, but I couldn't." And then I took a trip to New York City to visit my uncle and his family. So
While you were living here in
Yes.
Chicago. Okay.
So my little cousin, she was 6 or 7, and little kid, when they see something, they will say. So she came over and rubbed my stomach. She was like, "Baba, why is your stomach so round and flat and fluffy?" I was like, "Why would you say that?" And she said, "Yeah, it's fluffy. I'm touching your stomach." And I was kind of embarrassed, but I just played it off. I got home. I was like, you know what? This need to change. So
Yeah.
at that moment, I signed up for a gym, and then the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive that
Yeah.
you couldn't run 1.5 miles in 12 minutes,
Yes.
which is, I mean, because I think on average, most people, when I say most people, 30, 40-year-old people can probably run a mile in what, 7, 8, 9, what's the average? 9 minutes? I think I could run a mile in
The
about-
average is like 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, run a mile in 10:30 average. So now I can do 1.5 in like 7 minutes.
So then that must have like just completely motivated you. Because
Yes.
many people would just say, you know what? All right, well, yeah,
Yeah.
Bob is fat because I eat a lot of rice these days.
I was like, I don't like failure. If I fail, I have to try and prove that I can do it. So that was my motivation. At that time, I felt it with CPD, and then I signed up again.
Yeah.
And took it with UIC Police Department, and I failed.
Wow.
The third time, I passed it.
So wait, what did you do that third time? Like, what was it? You augmented, your food, your relationship with food. Did you change that? What was the first thing that you did?
So the
change
first
the
thing
situation?
that I did is do run and walk.
Interesting.
So like today, I will run for like 10 minutes nonstop.
Yes.
And then I walk for 5 minutes. The next day, I will try to run for 15 minutes, and then walk for like 4 minutes. Increase speed. So that's what helped.
Did you have a lot of joint pain? Because that's usually the first thing that bigger people have when they try to. It's true. It's
it
the
is
first
true.
thing. Like,
Yes.
the body starts to hurt.
Unfortunately, I didn't have any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, no, none of that. Yeah.
So you just kind of you followed this regimen where you ran,
walk. Yeah.
So the first thing you did was just kind of get off your butt.
Yes.
Okay.
And do it.
And then what did you do with food? Did you just starve yourself?
And okay, for food, in Mali, we came from a really big, meat eating place.
Yes.
They love eating meat.
Yes.
Like everywhere, if you go in the neighborhood, you will see people with livestock. You see goat in somebody's front yard, or sheep, ram.
As a pet. Like,
yeah.
It's like the goat is going to be like it's a part of the family. Like,
yeah.
Or they like not a pet.
It's like not a pet. you don't let it into your house. It was just outside.
Okay.
And then when there is some event, they will take the goat, slaughter the goat, eat it. So they put meat in everything.
So not a pet.
No. But man, even back home, I never loved the taste of meat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So whenever, we were eating food, so we eat food as a family. So my mom will prepare a big plate. Everybody will sit around, we'll eat. I will remove every single piece of meat. I won't touch it.
Interesting.
So when I moved here, I was like, wow, this is my chance. I can, be a vegan. I don't have to worry about eating food and, no egg, no chicken, none of that, So that's the thing that helped. And then I stopped eating rice. So I did a lot of research, and the sugar in rice or the carb, there's a way to eat it. So I switched from white rice to brown rice, and that helped a lot. And then brown rice was giving me a lot of energy to run.
Interesting.
Yes.
So brown rice, you replaced it with those, you swapped carbs.
Yes.
And brown rice was able to give you just a
Yes.
different, like more energy or the same amount of energy?
At first, it was not the same. I was like, it tastes like cardboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, and then versus white rice, where it's sweeter and then, tastes so much better in your mouth.
Yeah.
And brown rice will stick to your gut, and then it doesn't burn really fast.
Yeah.
So you stay fuller longer. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Wow. Was that the hardest habit to break? Was the meat, or was it what was the most difficult thing to change in your regimen? Yeah.
I would say, rice.
Rice.
Yeah, rice was the most difficult thing.
It wasn't like ice cream. A lot of people use ice cream.
I'm not a sweet person.
Okay.
A lot of people like sweet. Yeah. Even when I make rice pudding.
Yeah.
I make my rice spicy. When I make oatmeal, I never add, maple syrup or honey or anything like that, or agave. So I make my oatmeal spicy with cayenne pepper, paprika, cumin, all that. So yeah.
Very good. So are you still vegan now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So
I've
how
been
long?
vegan for a long time now, more than 10 years.
Yeah, which I find also very interesting, because usually you hear a lot of basically trash talking to the vegan community about how they're never going to gain any muscle. And basically, if they're going to do any sports, like it's bad for you. You're not getting the proper amount of protein.
Yeah. Which, if done correctly, you get all the nutrition that you need.
Yeah.
Like if you go to my house, in my pantry, I have nothing but black bean, lentils, chickpeas, pinto beans, tofu in the fridge, all that. So if you get the right food, you won't lose no muscles, and then you'll be fine. But now a lot of people will say, okay, I'm a vegan, I'm just gonna eat salad with nothing.
Yeah.
Salad with nothing.
Yeah.
So doing that, you're gonna suffer.
Totally.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be fatigued all the time. Yes, so
yeah,
that is the right way to do it.
What item do you consume the most protein from?
Black beans.
Black beans.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
At the beginning, I used to be like really bloated. So now my body got used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I crave black bean almost every day, and I eat it with almost everything.
Wow.
So when I make brown rice, or if I cooked quinoa, I have to eat it with brown rice. I mean, with black beans, or I have to eat it with cooked lentils.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get your protein, your carb, your fat, fiber. So yeah.
From black beans.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't really put a lot of those into when I would train for, not as many marathons as you, but when I would train for, say, triathlons or any running event, I never felt like I had enough protein. It was so difficult. And then trying to eat, protein, I always would become constipated.
Yeah.
So it wasn't enough fiber in the diet.
That is also one thing that most endurance athletes need to do. So, actually, there is a science behind it. Let's say if you're running a marathon Sunday, you need to start eating your protein today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So eat like 80% protein and then 20% carb, because they say protein burns slow and carb burn really fast.
Right. Yes.
Because carb will turn into sugar and then you're gonna crash. So most people do that. And I watch. It's funny because last week I was watching a documentary about runners in Kenya.
Yeah.
So during the race, they eat nothing but rice and black bean and antelope meat.
Interesting.
Yes.
Antelope meat.
Yep.
Where did they get that from?
Go to the bush and get it. I guess antelope and deer are the same, no?
I guess you can do it. So they probably do something the same. Yeah. Well, I know it sounds like Joe Rogan, man. He loves his deer. Like maybe he has a connection for him or something. Awesome. So you basically, if we rewind a little bit, you decide to get off your butt, right? You start to run, walk, you start to change your diet. When did you feel like it was becoming serious, right? So you had this point, you haven't taken your third attempt at joining the police force.
Yeah. So when I really started running seriously, not as a elite runner, but I always try to do best. I remember when I moved here in February 2012. And then Shamrock Shuffle happened in March 2012. So I went to watch the Shamrock Shuffle.
And the Shamrock Shuffle is how long?
8K.
It's
just a little shy of 5 miles.
Yeah, it kind of starts the Chicago running season.
Yes. So I was there, right? And then I had my phone taking pictures. I was like, wow, I'm going to do this one day. And then the next year, I signed up to run the Shamrock Shuffle. It was painful, but I finished it. It was cold. I wasn't, used to running in the cold, not wearing the right clothing.
Because it's when usually around March. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's right.
And then one day I went to the gym, right? And I was wearing the Shamrock Shuffle t-shirt. This older guy approached me and was like, "Did you run that race?" I said, "Yes, I did." And then it was like, "I was there too, but I didn't run. I was there with my camera and I was taking picture of every single Black person that I see, because as Black people, even though there is a lakefront in Chicago, the best place, to run.
One of the best places in the world.
We don't go.
Run. Yeah.
It's not really diverse. If you go, it's mostly, other race running.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Are you on Facebook?" I almost say, "No, I'm not." But I'm glad I said yes. So I said yes. He pulled up his phone and then, started showing me.
He was older. Of
people.
Course, he loves Facebook, right?
And then he showed me my picture. Said, "This you?" I said, "Yeah, this is me." And then he added me on Facebook. And later he said, "My son has this group called the Black Chicago Runners and Men Run the Street. I'm gonna add you to those two groups." And then he did. And I was exposed to the running community, because of that one person.
Yeah, because it was like a small, intimate group of
so
runners.
Now it's so big, huge.
Yeah. No, I remember back in the day, like it wasn't even walking, like being a kid, growing up in Chicago, the lakefront on the southern end, right, the south side lakefront was. It's always people, but it's nothing like how when you start to get downtown and up north, just people are just running all the time. Groups of people, organized running experiments.
Even now, when I go to the lakefront, I don't run north. I do my best to run south.
Yes.
For me, I can be an inspiration for somebody else. You know?
Totally.
And people love it. They wave. And now they start noticing me. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you're like a fixture in the southern end of the running trail community.
Even at my station where I work, I run super early. I go through University of Chicago.
Yeah.
If, on my rest day, if they don't see me, the next day they will stop and say, "Hey, we're looking for you. We're worried." I say, "No, I took a break today. Thank you for looking out." Yeah.
That cheering squad. What do you think that's about? Why do you think that, say on the south side, right, on the Black side of the lakefront, let's just call it what it is, there's just not as much enthusiasm around running?
Because we always run away from something. And I'm sorry to say that, if you see one person running, you're going to run. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
So when I started running on the south side, the guy who I met at the gym, his name is Bernard. He said, "Okay, if you're going to run on the south side, don't come behind nobody. Say, runner's coming," so the person won't get, stutter or think
so
that.
Afraid. Yeah, think something is happening.
Yeah, so I started doing that. Yeah. And then I don't do it because now everybody know me when I'm there. And now I start running with 2 or 3 people. So we meet at my job and then
Wow.
run south. And yeah, so they get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's one of the things, you know, when you see one person running, of course you're gonna run. You're gonna think, oh, something's happening. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, maybe people just don't even think about
Yeah,
it, that
or maybe there's
that's
the
an
mob,
option. Yeah.
or maybe there's a mob behind him,
Yeah.
chasing him. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I've experienced some strange people on the
Yeah.
lakefront where, you know, you don't know what's happened to them. You don't know what they've been through, and they do get a little startled sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to be careful for
Yeah.
sure. Awesome. Well, what will you do differently if you like, do you feel like your pathway to becoming a runner at this point was perfect, or was there things that you wish you would have changed along the way?
I think I would say I wouldn't change anything, but I wished I had run in college.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Just because you felt like knowledge base would have increased, or
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Because what's his name? One of the athlete, elite athlete runner ran a 200 meter, I think, in 30 second or 28 second, something like that. And then on my training, I swear to God, I ran a 200 meter in 32 minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, if I were a runner in college and I had the right coach,
Yeah.
you know, pour everything into it, I could be, you know, in the U.S. team. Or,
Yeah, because it's something that you love. It's something
Yeah.
that you discovered that you love so much that you wish you would have discovered it
earlier.
earlier.
Sooner,
Yeah. Yeah, so probably a lot of factors for that, but you know, you're here now, so
Yeah.
that's the most
And
important thing.
you know, I called my dad. I was like, you know what, this is your fault because you say, okay, I'm gonna pay for this. You have to do this. You never give us choice to, you know,
Yeah.
to decide what we want to do. You know, it was like, okay, I'm gonna put you into swimming. You have to do swimming. I'm gonna put you into soccer. You have to do soccer. I'm going to put you in tennis. You have to do tennis. Running, no.
No. Yeah.
Because also the part of West Africa where I'm from, people don't really run, or unless you are playing soccer.
What in what part? of West
Mali.
Africa? Mali. Okay.
Yeah. So they only play. I mean, they run whenever they're playing soccer. That's it. Now, if you go east, that's where people run.
Right. That's where you
Yeah.
get the Kenyans
Yeah.
that are, the world champions
Yeah.
in every place they go. So you bring up your dad, right? And it's something too that I'm curious about. How did other people in your life, when you start to make this transition? Because oftentimes when you make transitions in life, you get immediate feedback from family and friends, and sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but that's a good indication that, hey, you are taking a step and you are actually like changing your situation.
Yes.
Based off of how people respond to you.
At the beginning, you know, my mom and my dad got really scared.
Interesting.
You know what I say? They thought that I had cancer.
What?
Yes.
Because
I
lost weight.
A lot of weight. Yes. My mom was so worried. And my dad was like, stop sending us pictures. You don't look good. You look so skinny. Go eat some food. And then I was like, Dad, look, I'm training for the Chicago Marathon. I decided to do this. I'm not sick. I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. You know.
But Africans and Black people kind of have this thing where if you're too skinny, you are sick.
Sick, yes.
We like a little
Yes.
fat on us.
And then I was like, you know what? You need to come to Chicago to see me run the Chicago Marathon. And then his mind, went to ease. It was like, okay, I believe you. I trust you. And ever since, every year, you fly to watch me run Chicago. You met him, right?
Yeah. Very good.
Every October
Very good.
to run Chicago Marathon.
Yeah.
So
very
that was
supportive.
Yes. And then one of my coworkers say, yeah, I'm sorry, but I almost said that maybe you are sick. I said, no, why would you say that? I said, because you lost so much weight and then you start running. I was like, yeah, I just wanted to make change. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure like he had to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Right. Because again, parents are looking at you and they're just looking at photos of you and I'm like, wait, what's going on? You're in America with those crazy people. What are they doing to you?
And the thing about it, they say, how come you go to America and then you lose weight? Usually people go to America and they gain weight.
Yes.
Yes. Because, other food here, fast food, and yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. Has he come to, well, you've run quite a few marathons, not
Yes.
just Chicago. What other ones have you run?
So I've done London Marathon.
Okay.
I've done Chicago, Boston, New York. So for the 6-star. Right now, I'm only missing Berlin and Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And 2 years ago, I got into Berlin Marathon. But if usually falls on the school year, so I felt kind of guilty leaving my kids and then fly to run the marathon, then back. I was like, let me just stay so I can use that to do something else.
Yeah.
And maybe when they get older, I can take them with me.
So you got in and you turned it down.
Yes.
Jeez. What is it like training for, say, the Boston Marathon versus the New York Marathon versus the Chicago Marathon? Like, what do you have to do differently?
Oh, it is so, I mean, these marathons are so different. It's like days and nights. If we go New York, it's the hardest marathon to run.
Really?
Yes.
The hardest marathon?
Hardest marathon, period. And then Boston and Chicago is so flat. So, but London is also hilly, but not too hilly. For New York, you just have to worry about the bridge. You have to go up and down. And then, Central Park is also rolling hills. Boston is like downhill and then uphill, downhill and then uphill. Chicago is kind of flat. So you have to get your body used to running hard down and then running hard uphill. So
Interesting.
Yes.
So yeah, that's totally different because
Yeah.
the Chicago Marathon is, people love to do it because
That's
it's
what-
picturesque, it's on the lake, it's downtown, it's all throughout the great parts of the city, but it's flat.
It is flat. And that is also one of the reasons now it is so harder to get into Chicago Marathon than any other marathon.
Yes.
People come here to break records. Like the Kenyan who
Sure.
died, who passed away, he ran Chicago. He almost broke 2 hour. He ran 2 hour and I think 5 seconds, something like that.
That was
Kipton.
yes.
And
I
then,
remember. Yeah.
yeah.
I was there for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
It was.
Yeah. Wow.
So, to train in Chicago, I usually don't train in the city. So I go to the suburb, Palos
Okay.
Park, Palos Hill, and Swallow Cliff there because it is extremely hilly.
Because you need
You'll
to
be
train for
surprised.
the,
Yes.
the hills. Yeah.
Yes.
What about that is so difficult?
So you create resistance.
Okay.
Yes. So it will, train you to, it's like running against the wind coming toward you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to create, resistance with your body. And then when the race day come, it'll be easy to run super fast.
It's definitely seems as though I did not know New York was like that challenging.
Yeah, New York is challenging.
Yeah, it definitely seems as though you have to put yourself. Do you ever go like out of state to travel to train?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done plenty. I did one of the hardest marathon in Arizona. That was hard. So I trained.
It's hot. there.
Yes. So
And dry.
it was in February. So I trained from November, December, January, and then I went to Arizona to run the marathon. I was like, oh, this is nice. The beginning was 68, and then at the halfway mark, the temperature got into like 90.
Yes, and that's a different type of heat out there.
Yes, it was so hot.
Yeah.
Like when you sweat, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's something about that sun there that you feel, it's the first place that I had went to in my life where I immediately went and bought any sunglasses that I could find because the sun is just so bright and piercing. Even in Texas, it's a hot sun. It's a different sun, but that sun is just, it feels like it's right there, right on you.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful.
Do
I
you-
love that place. Yeah.
Do you see yourself, because they do like those Badlands and like those ultra marathons. Do you see yourself maybe getting into that?
I want to do one. Yeah. But not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I do it, I went to Hawaii in 2023. So if I want to do it, I would do in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Run along the Pacific coast. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Picturesque.
yes.
How do you, when you talk about like balancing like speed training versus long distance training versus like recovering from that, how do you balance that in your training?
So I train 5 days a week, and then 2 days I usually go to the gym. So let's say Monday I run super super slow. Tuesday I'll do speed training. Wednesday I'll go to the gym. Thursday, I do tempo run, which is to run at your marathon pace minus 10 seconds. And then Friday, I go to the track to do speed training. Saturdays are long runs. And then Sunday, I go to the gym again or a bike to cross train. Yes. Yeah. That's usually what I do.
Did you always, when you say go to the gym, you lift or
Yes. So I don't lift heavy. Mm-hmm. I don't lift anything that weigh more than me.
Okay. Why is that?
I learned that at the police academy. Never, lift anything. Always limit yourself to 98% of your body weight.
I was thinking about like when you said it earlier, 98% is such a odd number because it's like, okay, why not just 100%?
There's, it is. I know. I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah. And, like the last 2%.
Yeah,
don't do that.
But it makes sense. You have to worry about your back because it's, this is so easy. I can lift that easily. But lifting 98%, like today, I did what? 15 times 10 reps of deadlift and squat. Yeah. So it wasn't like 200 pounds. It was literally 98% of my body weight.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that now. Because I was doing endurance training. Yeah. Then I got into the weight room and I just kind of just blew up and it felt great. When I was I never did deadlifts. And when I started deadlifting and squatting more, the pain in my back just evaporated because those muscles were strengthened now. Yeah. And I went hard for a couple of years. Like I wanted to do bodybuilding competitions and I really got into it. The problem was my knees. I had 2 torn ACLs, both knees. And from lifting so heavy, there was an accumulative effect, right? So now my knees, I can't do as heavy anymore. Anything quads, I can't really do as heavy anymore. And I'm really sad about it because the lifting itself was something that I actually enjoyed a ton, but I probably should have did it, in moderation.
Yes.
Which I thought I was because I didn't go as heavy as I could have, but it was still heavy enough where I was just on a heavier spectrum of things.
Yeah, try to do 98% of your body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
That's my
not
my
100%.
No. 98%, yeah.
Yeah, well, is that one of the ways you prevent injuries?
Yes. In 2022, I got injured because, I was just chasing overtime at work. We'll get up, go to run, do overtime. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop going to the gym. And then I got injured. Yeah. My IT band was really, really bad. I couldn't even walk. So what happened was I went to see a sport medicine, Chicago Sport Medicine Center. It is on Wabash. This doctor, I forgot his name, Dr. Natarajan. Mm-hmm. I'll send you, his profile later.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, so he is in charge of the Chicago Marathon medical team.
Get out.
Yes. So I went. The first thing he did, he dropped the pen and said, okay, try to pick that up. So I bent over and tried to, grab the pen. He said, okay, stop. You have a really, really bad glutes.
Interesting.
Yes. And then I was like, oh, wow. And he said, you don't need nothing. I'm going to send you to PT. And then from there, the injury will go away. So that was in June. He sent me to PT. I did PT June, July, August for 3 months. There, I was not doing nothing but deadlifting and squat. Deadlifting and squat. And he said, weaker glutes are the source of all kind of injuries. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you see runners do a lot of, deadlift, squats, lunges, you know, RDL, like single deadlifting, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No.
now I don't take it lightly.
So how much
I'm
of your time you spend
like twice a week I go to the gym for 1 hour.
just to stretch
Yes.
and do deadlifts and glute
Deadlift.
training?
Yes. All
Yeah.
that.
Wow. And you haven't had a recurrence in injuries since
No.
then?
Knock on wood.
Yeah. No, I got with a guy. He was a professional bodybuilder, Adonis. Shout out to Adonis. He's amazing. He helped me create all of these plans, right? So just like to, strengthen my core, strengthen my back. And I always thought I lifted weights, but I didn't really know what I was doing, to be fair. No, I was an athlete all my life, but I really didn't understand how to the proper body mechanics for bodybuilding and even a little powerlifting. But I swear, for me, it was deadlifting as well. It worked so much of that posterior train.
Yes. Your hamstrings,
Yeah.
deadlift for your hamstrings, and then I'll squat for your quad. I mean,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, which makes sense, right? The posterior chain is just responsible for so much and it's all connected, but no back pain.
Yes.
None whatsoever.
And also one other thing that I do is I do a lot of jump rope.
Yes.
To help with my soleus.
Okay.
The soleus muscles.
Yeah. Wow. And do you use anything else? Like you stretching?
I stretch a lot.
Yes.
So almost after every run, after every lifting station, I stress.
Yeah.
So you have to. If you don't, you're gonna feel it the next day.
And you run. How fast are you running these days? What's the fastest you can run? You couldn't run a mile. You couldn't run. You couldn't run a mile in 12 minutes. 1.5 miles in 12 minutes.
The last time, last month, I ran 1 mile at 5 minutes 25 seconds with the Chicago Area Runner Association.
Oh,
so
wow.
they had an event.
Yeah.
So and then I won. Yeah, that was it was a really nice race. So yeah, and if you have time, you should come to a race that is happening this evening.
This one happening this evening.
Yeah, it's a mile race with a Nike, sponsored by Nike. So I'll be there.
I have my running clothes. I brought them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you think what effect has running had on your mental health?
Oh man. I mean, it has helped me a lot. Yeah. And also, if you go back, remember I was telling you, my dad, I wish he had, put me into running. I wish, I'd run into college. So when I really start, running, one advice he told me was, okay, run, don't listen to music. Just run, listen to your own breathing, listen to your foot, your footstep, and clear your mind. If you have a problem, go out and run.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people will say, a lot of athletes will say, hey, you're not supposed to run with any distraction. Like no. It's supposed to be a form of meditation.
Yes.
In that sense of, like you're actually harming your capabilities of training yourself. When you can actually hear your heartbeat, hear your breathing, yes. That's how you're fully in sync.
Yes.
To do distance.
Yes. Because what music does to you when you are running, it kind of offsets your pace. Some music are really fast. You try. Sometimes you really will try to go with a beat of the music, mm-hmm. and then some music are slow, and there's nothing you can do. So if you take the music out, run. That's how you will really get a benefit.
Yeah.
Be with your own thought. Even when I'm running with earphones on, it's usually podcasts. So yeah.
Yeah, but nothing would be. That makes sense.
No, nothing would be. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's boring. I can't do it." If I'm running with you, I'll tell you, "Hey, take your earphones off. We can talk." So yeah.
I would talk about like the beauty of Arizona. When I would be there and go for hikes, right? I would, when I first came from the city, coming from Chicago, living in Arizona, you're with these people that's what they do. They hike all the time.
Yeah.
And, I'm a city guy. So first thing I do is pop in my headphones. And I remember this cool girl. She was like, "Why do you do that?" She was like, "You should just listen to nature." And I was like, "Why would I want to do that? I want to listen to
Listen
the
to the
Outcast,
birds.
whatever. And I was, of course, I was like, no, I'm just gonna listen to my music. Excuse me. After a while, I stopped listening to it, and wow, what a totally different experience. It's like, oh, who would have thought that you shouldn't be afraid of your thoughts?
Yep. Now, if you are at the gym lifting, you can listen to your music.
Totally.
Yeah, but running, no, I'm really against it.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't help. You want to run, make sure you can listen to your own breathing, your footstep, clear your thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 of your rules: don't listen to any music and only lift 98%
Of your body
of
weight.
your body weight, not
Yeah.
100%.
No. Yeah.
Man, I wanted to do what I was thinking about, like what you do and how amazing it is. I wanted you to run me through what a day is like. Not really a day, like the actual race, right? Because yeah, you did the AK, doing 5 miles, 10 miles here, like any general, okay person can probably do that, right? Not everyone, but most people should be able to do it. Let's just say that. But with a marathon, there's certain mile markers where your thought process has to change.
Yes.
So where are you in mile 1?
Mile 1, usually you are so excited. That's everybody. When the gate open, you just want to go fast. And I've been there, but now I try to hold back, and then at the half point start going too fast. So it is like start slow to finish fast. Never start fast to finish slow.
So you have to just kind of calm yourself because
Yeah.
there's a lot of excitement. People are, we want to go, and
Yeah,
they're shooting the
that's
horn.
why there is this book called 80-20. What it does is it will teach you how to run slow to race fast. So 80% of your training should be really, really slow, and then the 20% should be fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So then you start mile 1, and then when do you have to make that next change in your thought process?
Okay, so the thing is, your time at the second mile should be faster than your first mile. So the second mile should be faster than the second one. Than the first one. So if the second one is slower than the first one, that means you are doing something wrong.
In terms of you're doing something wrong, you're not focused.
You're not focusing. Yeah.
You're not pacing yourself. Because I imagine I've never run a marathon. When I was going to run one, it was COVID. So I didn't get this wonderful opportunity. So I've always been curious about it. So I would imagine that you have to have a strategy.
Yes.
To do 26.2 miles.
Yes.
Right. So you get to mile 2, and then you're like, wait, hold on. I'm slower in mile 2 than I was at mile 1.
Yes.
What's your thought process if that happens?
Well, I was, if I'm slower at mile 2 than mile 1, I was like, oh, I'm doing something really, really wrong. So I need to dial back. Yes. So that's usually what I do. But my last marathon in Boston, I kind of started really fast because the peer pressure was really, really high.
I feel because it's all high athlete.
Oh my God.
The endurance is like
and,
top.
I'm not making
athletes.
This up. You kind of feel like, okay, am I in the right place?
Yeah.
Are people really wondering if I belong here? But you have to make it do what it do.
Yeah, you gotta make it do what it do,
So
baby.
find somebody, try to follow that person. Okay, if he stop, I'm gonna, pass him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this person pass me. So that was my strategy, and I was able to finish it, even though it was hard. So I went from the marathon 26.2 mile. I divided by 3, 3, 3, 3. So my first 5K, I say, okay, I'm gonna run the first 5K in 20 minutes. Second 5K in 20 minutes. Next 5K in 20 minutes. So I tried, it wasn't 20 minutes exactly, but it was in the 20, 20, 21, 22, 20, 21, 22. So that was my strategy. Yeah, and that helped.
Yes. So
So
you had the strategy of dissecting it, right,
yes,
into these parts,
yes.
and then when do you start to feel the marathon?
So the marathon really doesn't start until mile 20.
Interesting.
Yes.
So 10, you're coasting like 10. Are you gradually? So mile 1, you're gradually going up. 2 is a little faster than 1.
Yeah.
3 is a little faster than 2. So you're gradually increasing your pace.
Yeah. So you have to go, you know, like how do you call it? How do you call this graph?
Yeah. Is what you call it? Bell curve? No.
So okay. Anyway, so that's the way to go.
Yeah.
So let's say if your pace is like 7 minutes at the first mile,
Yeah.
make sure it's like 6:50 and then 6:40 or stay at the 6:50.
Okay, yeah.
Or if you start at 7, make sure you start at 7. Yeah. So that's why it is very important to start slow and so you can finish really, really fast.
Right. So
Yes.
okay. So you're starting really slow, and then you're actually really starting to get competitive
Yes.
as the mileage increases.
Yes, because most people break down at mile 20. And I've seen it. And I've been there too.
So what happens at mile 20?
Mile 20, you just run out of gas if you don't pace yourself correctly. And also, if you don't eat the right food, if you don't take the right water and electrolyte, all that play big roles. Yeah.
So before the race, what are you eating? You're doing your black beans, of course.
I'll do black bean and I'll do white potatoes for the starch.
For how many days are you eating?
So I do that like I'll usually start Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Because the race is on Sunday.
Yes.
So you're 3 days before, you're starting a carb load.
Yes. Yes. And eat a lot of protein, black beans and lentils.
So then this is one thing that I felt when I did my first triathlon was if you get behind on the nutrition midway through the race, whether you're doing the gels or what have you, you feel it immediately. So you can say the first 30 minutes of the race, you're okay. But you're not drinking enough water. You're not, replacing your electrolytes. Then you get an hour and a half in where you may have missed, when you were supposed to replace, and you just feel crushed.
Yes. Yes. Also, during my Boston Marathon training, it happened on Ramadan. So I was training during Ramadan.
Right, yes.
Even though it was a little cooler, but it was hard. So my body went through a big change. Training empty stomach with nothing to go right away to run a marathon. Because Ramadan was in March. And then Boston Marathon was in April. So it was like a week after Boston Marathon was a week after Eid.
Wow. Wait,
Yes.
so how do you train for a marathon during Ramadan?
It's crazy,
A
right?
marathon.
And
There's something there. Ramadan
I even
marathon
ran a sub-3 marathon when I was fasting in Las Vegas. Yeah.
in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So, okay, you have only a set window. Basically, you can only eat at night when the sun goes down,
Yes.
right? And you can't eat when the sun is up. So if there's light, you can't eat or drink. So then what are you eating? Are you just water in hand and just like peeing all night?
No. Water, salt retain water. And then this year Ramadan was in springtime, so you don't really, you sweat, but you don't lose a lot of sweat. So I will put like this Mexican spice, tagine.
Yeah, tagine. Yeah.
Tagine.
Yeah.
Tagine and lime.
Tagine.
Yes, into water.
Yeah.
And I'll also put it in fruit and eat it.
Wow.
Yes.
No, it's tahine. It's tahine.
Tahine,
Yeah,
yes.
tahine. Yeah,
it's kind of like, bright.
reddish,
yes.
brownish. You put it, they put it on like everything.
Yeah, so salt rich in water.
Wow.
So that's what I did. And then I will eat not heavy, something that I know will help me to run the next day. For example, I love sourdough bread. So I'll go to Costco, buy,
What is it called? Celery?
sourdough bread.
Sourdough. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
San Francisco style sourdough bread.
Mhm.
That one.
Yeah, I love sourdough as well.
Yeah, so
Great.
I'll get that with almond butter from Costco, and then that was my meal during suhoor.
Did you do any Ezekiel bread at all? Because people swear by that for it.
Some people, I try it, but
Yeah.
no,
It's not good either.
no.
Well, it's disgusting.
So yeah,
I'm like, man, am I missing something? This is so disgusting. I can't. do
yeah.
it.
So almond butter on sourdough bread.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I was eating almost every morning for suhoor, and then for iftar it was something light and then something heavy.
Wow. So it's just insane. First off,
Insane,
that you were able to fast and then run a marathon,
Yep.
and then because you have to train. I mean, that 30 days you're training. How did you alter your schedule?
I did because my long runs, if it is let's say longer than 10 mile, I will wait 2 hours before iftar, go do my long runs, and then come home. I can eat, I can
drink.
Yes.
Yeah, smart. So right before you're supposed to break your fast,
Yes.
you would go and do your long run.
Yes.
Smart.
Yes. And then speed run was right after I ate suhoor. So I have a lot of energy.
Yes.
Do my speed run. Short run after suhoor, fine. But longer runs, yeah, I have to wait right before iftar.
That's insane. So just to circle back, right? So you get to mile 20 and it's Ramadan. And this is when the marathon actually starts.
Yep.
You're fasting. What is that like?
It was, surprisingly, it was when I ran in Las Vegas, it was kind of cold. It was like in the 50s. So I got to mile 20. A lot of people were slowing down. I was like, you know what? What was my motivation? I was like, okay, I pay for the hotel to get here. I trained to be here, and I pay for this race. So I'm not going to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that was my motivation. At mile 20, I almost stopped and walked. And one thing is, for running, slow down but never stop. Slow down but never stop. So I never slowed down. At that time, I kept running to the
Not
finish
even,
line.
what about walking? Do you allow yourself to
No.
walk? No,
No.
you don't, because do you think that has a psychological effect on you if you start to walk?
Yes.
So even if you ran really slow, you've never walked.
Nope.
In a
You'll never
marathon.
call me walk.
Wow, that's incredible.
I'm not saying, it's okay to walk, but me personally, I don't do it. It's a race. Why would I pay, to run a race and then show up and just walk? I can't do it.
Yeah, you can walk at home. You came to play.
Exactly.
That's your whole philosophy. You get to mile 20.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't come here to fail. I didn't come here to mess around. I didn't come here to play. Like, I actually came here to do this race, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a hard race. I signed up for it voluntarily.
Yes.
And that's your philosophy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never. I will let my pace drop down to walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has it ever been a race where things just went completely wrong?
Yes. I ran a marathon in Denver, Colorado. And I never knew. A lot of people say Denver is, really high altitude. And a few of my friends, they flew, to Denver like a week before so they can get used to the, altitude. I was like, you know what? I can't, really do that. I have a family.
Yeah, you have 2 kids.
Yeah, I'll go the next day. The day before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. So we started the race at the top of a mountain at 10,000 feet.
Whoa.
Yes. That was in June.
Was it was in the city of Denver? Or
It was outside of Denver, Evergreen.
Okay. So
Yeah.
actually, but Denver just has real mountains. Let's be clear.
It was hard. I couldn't breathe. I swear, I thought I was going to pass out.
Did you feel like your body tingling,
Yes.
your toes and your fingers?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, wow. That also was one of the hardest marathons.
Yeah. So then you went there, you started to feel your toes tingle. What happened? Did you?
The first thing, after the first mile, I went to the side and then I started vomiting. Yeah, every food that I ate came out.
And this is as it's starting or before it starts, just from the altitude?
No, the first mile after I, start running.
Wow.
So after the first mile marker, all the food that I ate
Came right up.
Yep.
Wow. And are you going down?
It was going down.
You're going downhill at this time?
Yeah, down. It was beautiful, but man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's going through your head as you're vomiting?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I was like, man, I came here with a goal. I wish I came here with the other people.
Yeah.
And I said to be here a week in advance so you can get used to the altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we all have our times where we underestimate or don't take it seriously. And, it's motion sickness, like seasickness is one of those where you could be fine even if you've been on a boat a million times and all it takes is that one time to get on a boat and you're the one that's vomiting, right?
Yeah. And then after that marathon, I went to Amazon and bought a training mask right away. So, and then I wear that to do jumping rope or to run slow, to have a feeling of running in high altitude. Yeah.
Were you able to complete?
Yes.
You completed it?
Yeah. Oh. Of course. Yes.
I was thinking that, man.
Yes,
it was
I would never not finish a race.
Wait,
no.
So you did a David Goggins, you vomited?
I vomited and then, went and finished it.
It got better.
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but yeah, I did it.
So were there any other peaks in Denver? Because you said New York was the most difficult. I would have think Denver would be difficult.
But most people don't go. You don't really go to run marathon at higher altitude.
Yeah.
That was just a one-time thing. People will go, okay, let's go and do it. It's like saying, okay, let's go to Kenya and run a marathon. Nobody can do it because it's still at really high altitude. Unless you are native to Kenya,
Yeah.
That's why. So
and plus they have some physiological adaptations. I mean, even if there's nothing genetic, which I don't know if that's true, you still live in a place that's high altitude. So your hemoglobin levels, your hematocrit levels are just going to be higher. That's the adaptation that the body makes for that.
And, the air is so thin. When you get here, it's so easy to run.
Yeah.
So people usually go to Utah, Flagstaff, Denver to train for marathon and then, come and crash it in Chicago and New York. Yeah.
Totally. Do you do any visualization?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I always. So whenever there's a race, I print up a map and then I will locate of a hill. If there's a downhill, I'll locate it. If it is like at mile 20, I'll know there is a hill at mile 20, so I have to prepare myself. If there's a downhill, let's say at mile 7, I have to prepare.
So you know this before going into these marathons.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you wish everyone that's struggling with their weight knew?
The one thing, if you're struggling with your weight, is it will take time, for the weight to come off. You just have to keep going. If you don't see progress, that doesn't mean you need to stop. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like, okay, I'm struggling with my weight. It might be lifelong. It might be years before you actually get it down.
It won't be overnight. So it's going to take, a minute for you to see it. If other people start seeing it, that means you are doing something right.
Yeah. When people can tell you that, you're like, hey, you look different.
Yes.
Awesome. When you became a marathoner, you knew you were running these races. When did you realize you weren't the same man anymore?
I realized when I stopped listening to some of my relatives who say, oh, you run a lot. You need to stop. I was like, okay, that was me before. If you had say, oh, you run a lot, you need to stop, I would stop right away. So I was like, okay, I have a goal. I need to do this. So I'm a different person. And, I got my own thing to do. So.
Because culturally, you would listen to your relatives.
Yes.
Like if your relatives say something, being a guy from Mali, you will listen to your
Yes.
relatives. What that means something. It's not like,
Yes.
it's not how we are in America.
Yeah.
Carol tells me something, I'm like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So some of my aunties and uncle, oh, you are so Americanized now. If you tell you something, you do the opposite thing. I say, it's life.
Yeah, and I am Americanized. How much weight did you lose?
So I was like 245-ish. And then right now I weigh 147. Yes.
So roughly 100 pounds.
Yes.
So
almost 100 something. Yeah.
wow. And Ozempic, do you use any Ozempic?
No. Absolutely not. No. And
no semaglutide.
No.
No. Okay. Well, what was more difficult, losing 100 pounds or running 26 miles?
Losing weight was difficult because if you don't see it, you get really frustrated. Oh wow, I'm doing all this work and then nothing. I was like eating right, going to the gym, lifting weight, and then I couldn't see it until I started sending picture to my dad and was like, "Wow, you look sick." I said, "No, I'm not sick." Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "You have cancer."
Yeah, that's when I know, okay, I'm really losing weight. Marathon is just mental, and physical. If you are mentally right, train your mind to tell you, hey, I can do this, finish the job. That's it.
Excellent.
Yep.
Do you ever feel like quitting mid-race?
Yes. That's, I mean, that's, human life, human nature, I should say. Yeah.
So what's your trick when you feel like quitting mid-race?
Again, my trick is I don't like losing money, and I don't like losing money. I don't like wasting my time. And when I ran New York Marathon, it was so hard, it was nothing but concrete. So pounding on concrete is hard. You feel the shock on your body.
Yes.
And there's no grass in New York. And there's no dirt nowhere.
Yes.
Unless you get into Central Park. They have a little bit of grass, and even that, they don't allow you to get off the marathon course to run on the grass. So it was so hard. So once we passed the Queen Bridge and went, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Kassoum, stop. But I didn't stop. I said to myself, you pay to be here. You got on the plane. You pay for the hotel. Just finish the job. And that's what I did.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Yes.
Incredible. You mentioned quite a few moments in our talk. What was the most painful moment running a marathon that you experienced?
The painful moment is when I went to Colorado to run. It was just, a fun race to experience running in the altitude. And it was really, really painful. I was gasping for air, literally. So that was painful. And I was like, wow, do people really do this? And then when I got home, actually when I went to the hotel, I logged in to my iPad and then I saw there were a race called it is a 100 miler they do in Colorado. I can't remember.
Is it Badlands? I don't know if Badlands is in
No.
Nevada or what.
I think what's the name? Anyway, I can't remember the name, but it's in Colorado. I was like, wow, if these people can do
Death
it.
Valley?
No.
Something like that, maybe.
It's in December.
Mhm.
It's extremely popular, so a lot of people go and do that race, and it looked really painful. And I was like, okay, if me running 26.2 mile, if that was painful, and these people can run 100 mile at higher altitude, I need to be quiet. So even though, yeah, it was really, really hard. Yeah,
That's the adjustment.
Yes.
Wow.
That's one of the risks I won't do. Colorado.
Yeah.
Unless I go there a week or 2 weeks in advance so I can get used to the altitude. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one. It's like you have to take that one serious
Yes.
of all of them.
Yes.
Yeah. The altitude, I mean, 10,000 feet is nothing to play with.
No.
That's not a joke.
No.
Yeah. What's one misconception that people have about marathon runners?
You don't have a life. Yes, literally. Yeah. If you tell, oh, you run a marathon, or they will say you pee on yourself.
Oh, yes. I get that. I heard that one so many times.
Yes. Whenever somebody say or notice that I run marathon, do you pee on yourself? I swear to God. I said, no, why would I do that? It's like you have no life. And people always think that runners are not clean.
So you have no life and you walk around smelling pissy.
Yes.
It's the biggest misconception about runners.
Yes.
You wish was cleared up.
Yes. It is, yes. And I swear, there's a marathon. Yes. It's not a joke because last year at Chicago Marathon, they literally gave runners deodorant to put on before they start running.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't want them to be a distraction to other runners.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of, they will go run, no time to shower, go to bed, wake up, do it again. Or just change their clothes. I mean, that one get rid of your, your
BO.
Your aroma or whatever.
Your body aroma. Yes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
And one of my friends ran Berlin. He said Berlin was so bad.
Yeah.
Like you stand next to somebody, you feel like, throw up. So.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So when they say marathoner smell, they smell. I don't smell.
Yeah. Well, you don't smell like pee.
No. So.
All right. Well, I'll be watching. Next time I come into a marathon and I see you, I'm going to bring my nose. Okay. And I'll let everyone know he doesn't smell like pee.
Yes, please.
Well, he does. Okay. What's the race of all these marathons that you've done? What's the one race that broke you and made you what you are today?
Oh man, I would say my first Chicago Marathon. Yeah, my first one was I trained, but not really. I was like, I wish I had a trainer, somebody who can tell me what to do. Even though I'm kind of stubborn, but not too stubborn. I'll, listen and take advice. But that race really, really broke me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was it just because it was the first one?
It was the first one.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk and I didn't reach my goal and I had to live with it. That was hard. Yes.
So shame and embarrassment of that really.
Yes.
And you felt like you probably weren't disciplined enough.
Yes.
So everything that you said, one thing I find and what I hear when you talk is you have to look in the mirror.
Yes.
When you're racing. So you can walk around and you can believe that I am this, I am that. I can do this, I can do that. But in a marathon, you actually have to prove it.
Yes.
And it's either you're on the other side of the race or you're not.
Yes. And then that race really humbled me, And I told people, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna finish in 3 something. My goal was 3:20. And then I almost finished in almost 4 hours. Almost. And then after that, I got better. I started listening. I was like, it's just one race. Don't let that happen, or affect you. I live with it until the next marathon. Whenever I see a race, I start thinking about it,
Yeah.
And then the process of let it go happen. And then I got better when the next marathon happened. I was almost like 45 minutes faster than the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
That's
trained.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, last one is, in general and running and life, if you could go back and give your former self one piece of advice, what will it be?
Uh, do what makes you happy. You know, like again, coming from I moved here when I was really young. Coming from a culture, you listen to your parent, you listen to your elders, your brothers, and stuff like that, and you don't let anybody make you feel guilty. So I'm still learning that here, even though there are certain things if I want to do, you know, I kind of feel guilty doing them, but I'll do them anyway and live with the guilt. So, yeah,
Yeah, there's some things about our cultures, everyone's cultures, that are great and
yeah,
that kind of suck, right?
yeah,
And sometimes those great things get us to where we wanted to go in life, but they give us some unnecessary baggage.
yes,
And that baggage typically probably didn't come from that culture wanting to hurt you. The culture, your parents, your loved ones, your family, your relatives probably wanted, they want what's best for you. Probably the opposite. They want to protect you,
yeah,
but they oftentimes end up harming you from trying to
yeah.
protect you.
It's like, I don't post my family on Facebook, but one time I was that was a long time ago, somewhere in Puerto Rico. So I posted a picture, just me, at the beach in Puerto Rico. One of my auntie made a comment, "Wow, must be nice." And I said, "Yes, it is nice." And she was mad. She started, sending me all this message. Wow, you don't really know how to talk to people. I said, "Yes, it is nice. You don't know what I did to be here to get this, Just say, wow, this is beautiful," instead of saying, must be nice to make me feel guilty. And then, well, or some say, wow, you really forgot you're from Mali. You're living the life when people are dying, people don't care for. I say, why do you have to tell me that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to make me feel guilty. So that's, the thing I'm learning. I will live with the guilt, but I'll do what I want,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, and well said, first off. Secondly, by the way, Puerto Rico is not a floating pile of garbage.
It is not. It's
Tony
beautiful,
Hinchcliffe,
yeah.
Some people have to work to get there. Okay, don't
Yeah.
talk about Puerto Rico anymore.
It's
All
beautiful,
right?
yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much,
Of
Kassoum.
course.
I hope I know someone is going to hear your story and just it's going to resonate with them. And that's all I care about. That's what
Yeah.
we care about at the Renaissance.
Yes. Thank you.
Of
This
course.
was nice.
Yeah. That's fine.